Welcome to the 32 Sound Podcast. My name is Avery,
You got Mark in here.
and we here with our artist, our guest, our friend,
Family, damn near.
Q the boy,
Deal.
Super Quinn. How's it
You know what I'm
feeling?
saying? Shit. I'm blessed, highly favored.
For sure, for
For
sure.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna get into the podcast, a little bit about your history. Obviously, you as a rapper, you as an artist, your artistry, and then some random topics, relationship stuff down the end of the podcast. Sound good?
Sounds good, yeah.
All right, let's run it up.
So help us paint the picture. Who was Q the boy before the music? You know what I'm saying? Before that started.
Before the music, man, listen, it's so funny because, I feel like it's just a combination of a couple things. Like, obviously, I always been into music and stuff like that. But most importantly, when I was a kid, I grew up in a church. I went to church 6-7 days a week. No cap. Literally, I went to church on Sundays twice. Went to church on Mondays. You know what I'm saying? I went to church on Wednesdays, Fridays, and then Saturdays for real. So it was church every day almost for me.
Damn.
And then I was but at the same time I was always in the hood. So it's all my friends doing, wild stuff, and I'm conflicted with all this stuff. So that's why
Right.
a lot of my music, even now, it's just a lot of conflicting things because it's I'm doing real good shit in the corporate world, and you know what I'm saying,
Right,
and
right.
that my career aspect of my life, but also the music's what I like, you know what I'm saying, and also I done had experiences where I had to do some shit back then, you know what I'm saying, but I also got experiences where they're good professional
So
experiences.
it's like you had you say a way of learning things in both worlds, able to
Yeah,
to
I
move
feel
in
like
both worlds.
I put my foot in multiple worlds, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why my music is just like that too. Like I've been in so many different experiences where the same way I could tell you about church conferences I've been through, you know what I'm saying? The same way I could tell you I used to steal copper pipes as soon as somebody move out the crib. You know what I'm saying? Get that aluminum real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is no cap, you know what I'm saying? So, and do zero downs in high school. My mama, she ain't have money and nothing like that. So I had to do it. And everybody who knows zero downs, you know what zero downs is. I had to do zero downs to pay for certain trips and stuff.
And that was low key the thing in high school.
What?
Yeah.
What, man? Especially if you get zero down, you ain't gotta put no money down, man. What? Man, I used to just tell them straight up, look.
So speak on that then. Do you have any regrets from back then? You feel like that just kind of
Ooh.
helped put you in a position and bring you to who you are today?
I mean, I feel like everything I did, I always did it as a real nigga, though.
Yeah.
Even when I was doing the zero down shit, I was yo, this gonna probably fuck up your credit, but do you want the cash or you want the credit type shit, right? So it's a lot of times you tell somebody they got $500 from them, nobody give a fuck about their credit. Young nigga don't give a fuck about their credit. So it's all right, bet. I gave him a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to do what I had to do, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not proud of that now. Looking back on this, kind of fucked up. But at the time, it was.
So could you say in your lifetime, the thing that's defined you from since you were a kid is just being a hustler, being somebody who goes out and gets money,
I've been about the pape since I was a kid. Even when I was younger, I used to sell notebooks and pens and stuff to people.
Mm-hmm.
I used to cause I grew up so poor, bro. It was literally ridiculous. I used to have to go around. I used to spend summer days just going around the corners, just trying to find bottles so I could turn them in, make sure you know what I'm saying, get some chips and something like that. So I grew up pretty poor. So since then, it's always been about money with me.
Right.
And since then, when you got that habit when you're younger, when you get older, any hustle you find, you're gonna be all right, bet I need to do this,
Facts.
this, and this, and this.
Mhm.
And I've been that way even through college. A lot of college students was down bad, and I was not at all because I was so advanced.
Last episode we was talking about man.
Hey, a lot of motherfuckers be in that bitch struggling on ramen noodles and shit, nigga. I was not. I was, I had a couple hustles. I was selling Beats by Dre headphones. I was doing a lot of.
I remember that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I was making so much money in college.
So what does a young you spend? You know what I'm saying? Spend on when you get that. What do you spend it on?
Man, let me tell you what I did. So I had I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. So essentially, I had $5,000 from my refund check because my mama told me when I was in high school, my first year, she's like, because she was dealing with Parent Plus loan from my other siblings. She's like, look, I can't do this, so you're gonna have to figure out the whole college situation. So once she said that, I'm like, all right, bet. I started applying for scholarships when I was in like 9th grade. I was the only person that was doing that type of stuff. Yeah, so like when I got to I graduated with like over $750,000 in scholarships. Like, like it was like I technically got paid to go to school type shit. So
this is all while you doing everything like
all while I'm doing all, bro. I was always a step ahead of shit because I just knew that it was coming. So I got 5 bands because like the zero down shit really slowed down because AT&T and all them they changed their policies real quick by like the time I graduated, so I couldn't even do that no more. So I got my $5,000 refund check. I had to make this shit last the whole semester. So I'm like, shit, how the fuck I'm gonna do that? And
so you had to make the 5,000 last like what? It's like 4 months.
Yeah, like 4 months, and like it's possible, but it's like. It's really hard,
not
you know.
Not when you living life, I guess. I mean, for a college student, that's the broke mind, like the broke college student thing. You got to stretch.
And most people do the stupid shit with like most people they do that and get some drip and be dripped out for the first couple weeks, and then they pay for their books and they done. They finish records in like 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? They back to begging bitches for meals on their meal plan.
Meal plan.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real. So I took my 5 bands. I was like, all right, I'm gonna put 1,000 towards books. I'm gonna put this rest 4,000 into a business move because I need to make more money. So. Nigga, I'm about to give y'all some sauce. So
break down
I went on it was this website called iOffer, bro. Like these was like some fake ass Beats by Dre. They was good quality though. So I bought like $4,000 worth of them bitches, bro. And this at the time like when Dre, it was Beats by Dre and it was no other headphones, no AirPods, everything else was just whack if you ain't had like Beats by Dre for real. So I bought these bitches. I was buying them bitches for like $25, $30 a piece. Like, and going on eBay, flipping them bitches. You said
buy them $35 a piece?
A piece, bro. A piece. So I spent 4 bands. Everybody looking at me crazy. I only told a few people about it. They're like, why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. It's risky. I'm like, well... At least, you know what I'm saying? At worst case scenario, if I sell these bitches for $50, I'm still gonna be straight. So I'm like, nah, but I already knew. Cause it's like, this is before eBay had all the authenticity shit, all that authentication shit. So I motherfucking do this shit. And I post these bitches on eBay. The going price for most of those headphones was anywhere between, depending on which type. And you know, I had to diversify my shit. So it go anywhere between 200 to like 4. Like I have varieties for real, like 200 to 400 or the $400 for them. So I would go like $60 to $70 under the market going price for them. So like on average, I was selling like them for like $250 for the
Say that again for the
I
people.
was selling them bitches for like $250, bro. So it got to a point. So like after like the first month. I bring it because PayPal, they make you wait for your money when you first started. At least back then, they made you wait for your money. So everybody I'm getting good ass reviews and everything too, because these is good quality ass shit.
Okay.
Niggas, you know what I'm saying? So I after the first 6 weeks, I probably brought in like $60K.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So
you in college,
I was in college,
making $60K.
$60K, in 6 weeks, bro. In 6 weeks. So after that. So I got that $60K. I bought a Cartier watch. And this was not one of these ones. It was like before these ones became popular, it was the round rose gold Cartier with the blue dial on it. Like that cost me, that was an easy 27. I bought those Kanye West Louis Vuitton ones, like the Kanye West ones though, not like not like the Yeezys. They had the specific Kanye West. They right now they worth like 10, but I spent like 17 on those because that's what they was at the time. It was like that's before hype beasts came in, you know, and started driving the market up for shit like that. So I bought the Kanye West shoes. I brought me a Louis duffel bag. I was buying Prada galore. I was wilding. I was wilding, bro. I was definitely new money. So, you know, when niggas get new money, you know, that's the first thing. So,
But it's a fact that like with the music industry, it's a hustle too.
Yeah,
to make money, cause so like having that mindset coming into the music industry, obviously you know how to. I was looking up clips before, like you were getting BMI checks for 1,700.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
But people don't understand. It's so much work. Music is whatever you put into it, and I mean the typical lifestyle, like life cycle for an artist is this. Like what happens is like an artist, the beginning of when they start making music, a couple of their friends are sharing it, everybody, supporting, said like, oh, it's only up from here, and because everybody supported, algorithms might help and follow it for that specific post. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if 27 of your friends is like, oh shit, I didn't even know you rap, and they post it. You know what I'm saying? But like in economics, you learn about diminishing marginal benefits, right? So where essentially what that means is like the more you do something, the less marginal benefits you're gonna be for you to do it. So supporting, like even supporting your friend, they go for supporting your friends too. Like they ain't gonna they might support the first song, but that fifth and sixth song are they gonna keep supporting it at that point, right? So once you get to that point, a lot of people get to that 5th, 5th, 6th song and see they ain't on yet, and see their friends stop posting them as much, and now they're like, damn. And then they start slowing down and be like, oh, I got to do this now. I got to wait to do this. Like, nah, but as an artist, you got to consistently have that hustle. When 50 people sharing it or when nobody's sharing it, you just got to stay consistent. Because if not, that life cycle of, oh, you got something moving, and then now the more that you do it, the less, you know what I'm saying? Less people gonna share it. Unless, and even then, people are like, and this is something Mark probably could attest to because he's been in sales before. Like, it's something called bandwagon, right? Where you convince people to buy stuff because other people have already done it. Like for example, when I was a banker, like one of the things be like, oh, see, a lot of my clients like to do this and this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, be like, oh, if they like to do it, then if everybody's doing it, then I might as well do it, type of ordeal, right? So like some people might get that off of like you paying for posts and stuff like that, but it's always a hustle. You always gonna invest, and it's gonna be way more bad investments than it is in music than it is good. It's not like college where you get something intrinsic out of it. I spent $60K last year. You know what I'm saying? On music.
Yeah.
$60K on music. So it's like you're gonna have a lot of good investments. You're gonna have a lot of bad investments, but it's something that you just keep on gotta invest in. Like if I'm an artist, like the way I look at it is like this is my 401k. You know what I'm saying? The more I invest in it, the more I'm going, something gonna shake.
The reason we brought up the hustling aspect of it, a lot of artists, they come into the music industry to be famous. They want to have a shine. They want to get the girls. They want to do all that kind of stuff. They're not really focused on making money in the music industry. They just focus on the artistry of it. So can you talk about the difference between being being in the music business, being in the music or being in the music business?
So I mean, it's good to know both. Like, and that's the kind of the part where you see a separation in like good artists, great artists, and like entry level artists. Like if you don't know like the business aspect of it, no matter how it's. Let me tell you something right now. It is at least 1 million great artists right now because the resources that we got to be like a good artist is just plentiful. Like you can go online, learn how to mix, master. You can do it all from home. So and you can learn how to get you can sound like anybody in the industry because we have that access to be able to do so. We have the tools to be able to do so. It's not like a hidden secret. So what happens is it doesn't become a matter of talent. It's not like 1950s niggas used to be singing outside the record label like, oh, these niggas sing, let's just take a risk. They ain't taking no risk no more. Now it's like, all right, they want to see who already got their business together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like labels are not taking chances on anybody.
Right. And by business, you're talking about social media
on
point.
Social media, everything. They only like literally, it's so many labels that sat down with like my peoples and all the other stuff, like in general, just basically, long story short, what they looking for is something, an already well-oiled machine. Like if you don't got the bit, like people be so mad. Like
say that again for the people. This like what are the record labels looking for?
So record labels are looking for well-oiled machines. They looking for like you already got your social media together. You already got a decent amount of fan base. Because think about it, it's kind of like an investment, right? Like they want to invest into something that's less risky. You know what I'm saying? That they know they can get some form of return on investment, right? And they ain't gonna do that with somebody just because they rap good. You know what I'm saying? Because you might rap good, but it might not translate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of people in the world right now, crazy rappers, like can flow really well and can like have hella bars and rap on any beat. But guess what? They ain't got no appeal. They ain't got no drip. They ain't got that. They ain't got that special something that makes an artist that next level. And because of that, like, if you ain't got the sauce, you lost.
Do you feel like it's possible to gain that sauce if you don't have it for those artists out there? Then
it is. No, here's the thing. Like the thing is, the sauce becomes who you are as a person. Like let me, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the real sauce because there's a lot of people who like try to be other artists, and if you try to be other artists, everybody just gonna peep game. But there is certain bare minimums you have to have. You have to like unless you like get into that niche rap, like. Yeah. You gotta have drip. You gotta have something that like makes you stand out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have like a certain scheme of how you do stuff musically. Right. You know what I'm saying? Something that is noticeable. Like think of all the top rappers in Detroit. They all got something that is noticeable. You know what I'm saying? Like Skilla got that, you know what I'm saying? Like Sada, you know, he got all that the stuff that he be doing, you know what I'm saying? 4-2 even got the whistle, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that like just differentiates you from everybody else. So, and it's just you got to know your lane too. Like you got to know your business, you got to know your fans, and you got to know how to expand too. And you got to have paper. You got to have paper.
I think that's the number one thing when it comes to music is having a bag before you enter the music game. Because it takes so much to promote yourself, it takes so much to do shows, to be in the studio, to buy beats.
And you gotta do business right too.
You gotta do good business. Sure.
Like, let me tell you something. If you go into something expecting, like, even if somebody do something for the love for you, like most times that's like a one-time thing, right? Either that or like you just gotta show that like your appreciation. The best way to show appreciation is through paper. Like you know what I'm saying? Like yes, like it's the universal appreciation language, bro. Cause like even if like a DJ, right? Let's say you want somebody like you're like all right, excluding payola, just full blown. They got a song that they trying to push through the club scene or whatever the case may be, right? That DJ gotta pay for his family stuff. He gotta have a form of survival on his own too. So if he doing anything extra thing to go out of his way, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure that they straight too. Like a lot of people don't understand. DJ is still very, very a part of 100%. Of the industry. Everybody like to say like, nah, it's TikTok. Yeah, TikTok is too. But like when you talk about markets, like Shazam is an app for a reason. You know what I'm saying? People listen to that about, oh, what song is this? They Shazam it and they find it. Who playing it? The DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to make sure everybody's straight. People only the universal language for favors is money.
Facts, big fucking facts. So that brings it full circle. Like we interview a lot of artists who are on the come up right now, and like a lot of them. You know, they don't want to. We live in Detroit. Let's be honest. A lot of people turn to doing some things that aren't really on the up and up. They're kind of doing things to get money. What's the top 3 ways right now to get money legally to invest into your rap career?
Legally, get a job. That's one. No, for real. Man, what? Let me tell you something. People be trying to downplay getting a job. Which I don't get. This is why I don't get. I understand it's a hustler's mindset. Get on your own. You know what I'm saying? Strap up by the bootstrap, whatever you want to say. But like, you can go that route, or you can just go get a job, save your money up, budget, and put. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many rappers that didn't have to move bows or scam, you know what I'm saying, that got on too. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to like do that. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never judging somebody because I did some fair share of this in my own. But like, I said like, but in the same breath though, like getting a job is like the number one.
So
you know
number
what I'm
one
saying?
way, like you said,
Yeah,
all
get a
artists out
job.
there, it's okay to get a job.
Get your ass a job, bro. Like, yeah, so, you ain't gotta do no stupid shit, bro. Get locked for 20 over some shit. You could have just got a job and then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be niggas be living in a mom crib. You ain't even got no bills, bro. You ain't got no bills. So at this point, you already in mom's basement, bro. You might as well just get you a job and save that extra cheese because you living for free. But I never got that shit. But yeah, but number one, get a job. I'd probably say number two probably be like those little flip hustles where you like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people be sleeping on those whole like you can go on DHgate and buy some stuff and then flip it. That can be small. That's a long game ordeal, but you can do that too. And if you don't want no job, you can Lyft, Uber.
So, like,
but people be
have you got into crypto or anything like that? You ever got into crypto?
See, I got into crypto. Crypto got into me. That motherfucker took me out that motherfucker. What, bro? Listen, peak crypto, bro. I was up at least like 20, 30K on that bitch. And then
on crypto, what crypto move did you do?
Shit, I did.
I just want to get that.
Shit, I got in early as shit on Dogecoin. I'm talking like when it was at like 3-4 cents. So when it got up to 70 cents, nigga, I was up dog shit. You hear me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, it ain't dog shit. But 20, 30K to be up. I mean, off of some shit I put just a couple pennies into, you know what I'm saying? That ain't too bad. So I was up and then the market, motherfucking, that motherfucking came right. That bitch normalized like a motherfucker, bro. I thought that shit was gonna be going to the roof. I thought, what Jordan say, the ceiling's the roof. No, I thought like, I thought I was gonna be up, but apparently not. So yeah, I ain't fucking with crypto right now. I got some NFTs. Shout out to 313 Detroit. They got an NFT that they, you know what I'm saying, they sponsor niggas.
So just to recap for all the fans out there, so number one way, get money, get a job.
Get
Second
a fucking
way,
job.
Flipping, watch some Gary Vee videos, watch some Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez.
And then Lyft and Uber. Like people be sleeping on that too. Like people, like it's so many ways that you can like, people can rap and Lyft and Uber and write off all the shit they deal with their car. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you can do that, then why won't you do that, dumbass thing? Like you want to go. I mean, not dumb because it's certain shit. Because music, it depends on how you want to go deep into it. You got to spend. I'm probably already like 200K into music. You know what I'm saying?
So you've been at this. How long you been? You could say you've been doing music then.
I've been doing music for 6 years.
6 years, 200K so far.
Yeah, 200K for sure. Easy. It's easy too because you know every time I run into some like I save and I just all right. I got a single I like.
So what, like over the time, what are you exactly spending it on? You know what I'm saying? Because everything, like you said, is also in a learning experience.
Right.
So were there any things you spent it on? Like, hey, maybe I won't do that again, or but what all entirety are you?
I ain't gonna throw nobody and throw people under, but boy, I say this. So like I my last little stint last year, I put a decent amount into. So it's a couple agencies that do a lot of like different types of marketing, right? Like, and I went with them. They gave me a deck on like what they plan on doing if I invest this much, you know what I'm saying, into the and where it all goes and how they plan to do the campaigns for that. So I had I had a decent amount of money go to that. I had some people that I knew, you know what I'm saying, shout out Menace Media. They did the TikTok ordeal where they had the whole, they know the algorithm, they know TikTok like the back of their hand.
Yeah.
And so I broke some cheese off to them too, you know what I'm saying, to help me out with that. Like I was dropping almost like a band a week with them, you know what I'm saying? So then we had that, and then you got just all these, like I was working with a whole bunch of DJs.
Yeah.
I was, you know what I'm saying, I was tapping in with just different like people like publishing companies and all other stuff.
Influencers and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
influencers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Everybody got their price. You know what I'm saying. So it's just a matter of doing that, and it's a lot of like you gotta learn your lesson from. But in that, you just gotta if you find somebody that do good business, just you continue to work with them. Because it's a lot of people who charge for stuff and they half-ass it. Those are the worst type of scammers. People be mad at credit card scammers. No, the worst scammers is the niggas who do good for all the big artists, and then somebody who might not be as big but that's paying you for some shit, and then you know what I'm saying, they go and half-ass they shit like that be the stuff that piss me off. Like if I'm putting money in your pocket and you doing this for free for dog, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't even reposting your shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like those the worst type of scammers to me. Like all the people that be in my I got every artist know this, bro. It's like once you put a hashtag rap on your page, bro, you get like 30,000 message requests. Comments. Hey, yo, DM the pro. Like, listen, hey, I'm about to put y'all hit, bro. Look. For all those like promote DM this to promote on what you call it page at Rap News Daily page, like right, like. All that shit is fake, bro. Like literally, what they gonna do? They gonna post your shit, yeah, absolutely. But 100% of those followers is fake. 100% of the comments be fake, or they might not even let you comment because they know that the comment to like ratio is too different, or they like ratio ain't even matching where they supposed to be at. Like. Don't fall for the schemes, bro. Do not fall for those. All like the moment you put hashtag rap in any of your shit, just know you about to get all those message requests about, hey, I am a social media influencer or engager. No, cause you gonna honestly, you gonna be the one to look at something and be like, oh, I liked what this person did with that song. Let me hit them up and see what their prices hit for. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna be the one that find them if you really doing your due diligence. Not if they finding you, they finding everybody else. So you think they gonna have the same effort for that?
So
no.
What are some ways that people can you know what I'm saying, check and verify, you know what I'm saying, make sure that person is authentic? What are the tales on that?
I mean, some of the stuff you gotta just know, like for example, like you might see somebody page and you gotta see like who they promoting, you know what I'm saying? See what it did for them. Like, and it might not, and the thing is, what it did for them might not be for you, but it might do for you. But you just gotta kind of know, like, all right, this is the type of vibe my songs are. If they do something to this, is it gonna be the same ordeal, or if since my song is a different vibe from the girl went crazy on the R&B song, you know what I'm saying? Should I invest on the rap song where her fans probably not even all rap fans? Like, no, probably not. You just it's a lot of stuff you gotta know, but you just gotta trial and error. So I can't really be the one to be like, yeah, this is what works and works, because I'm not on, you know what I'm saying? But what I can say though is I learned my lesson what not to do. Yeah, I just spent a good penny on learning what not to do than I did learning what to do. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. But I want to get to the projects you've been working on, because you said you've been at music for about 6 years, right? 200K in. So how many projects is that? How many songs? How many videos do you feel like you put into, or some stick out things that they're kind of monumental throughout that whole process?
Shit. So I mean, obviously, I started with my first song. My first song was Super Quentin, and it was like this was, I think,
I remember that too, man.
And it was the most stressful thing in the world. Is like well, not most stressful because it's more stressful, but it was stressful to me. It was a song that I dropped, and it immediately I paid for some promo with Mr. Bankshot. Shout out Mr. Bankshot, and immediately the shit started picking up like decent amount of like streams, decent amount of numbers, right? And it was stressing me out because it's like I don't know how to capitalize on this. I don't know how to do none of that, right? So
what year was this?
This like 2016. So I did that, and then that dried down because I didn't know what to do, and then I started paying dancers. I'm like, yo, I just started breaking dancers off like 400-500. All right, do this, and I had them do some like a Super Quentin challenge, and just started picking back up again. Like started getting like 50,000 monthly listeners. It was like crazy, and then you know what I'm saying, didn't know how to manage it again, so that went back down, and then from there, like I just started. All right, well, at that time I had the pape that I used to be able to get when in 2013, the market, everything changed. Offer Up, all that changed. Like people be selling their used beats on Offer Up, and they can go meet up the person and check everything there. Like that drained my whole little business there. So I started like having to go and re-up before I can like go into the music. So it took some time. But one of the things that so I did my first project was called Room 329, and it was like.
Yeah.
At that time, what a lot of people don't know, like I was really like before I had got an opportunity to get some money, like crazy amount of money, so I can be able to do the whole situation for the pay. But before that, I was so discouraged, and I'm like, dog, I remember when I was up and I was spending stupid stuff on stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? And now I ain't got no pay for real, so now I gotta like put my head down. I had to put my head down and struggle for like months at a time just to try to like, all right, let me just get my money right and get some money. And once I get some money, I'm gonna do this. So I got Room 329 literally was made in a weekend. Like literally what I did was I got my pape. I'm like, Mark, name your price. I want you to come out to, I was doing my training at, when I used to work at Amazon, and I hit up Mark. I'm like, yo, bro, like name your price. Come out here. I need you to come out here for this tape. I want to get this shit done in the weekend. And literally, the reason why it's called Room 329 because the room number we made the song it was 329, bro. Like, so that's like it was just the whole weekend. I got the whole film on everything. But yeah, we stayed up. We only slept like 2 hours during the weekend.
Oh shit!
Like because we was really up grinding. Like Mark was making beat after beat after beat, and like I was, you know what I'm saying, just writing a lot of stuff. Or if I didn't write, I go, this is my first attempt of punching in and punching out at that time. So because most times I used to just already have it in my phone before I go to the studio, so that way I can just get in and out. But yeah, so that whole little situation happened. It changed. It unlocked some stuff for me because it made me realize like, oh, because I feel like I always was good at the music, but I didn't really understand how I can be versatile and then how I can change things. So Room 329 unlocked that, like, okay, I can do multiple things. Like I can do this, and this. And working with Mark, you know, me and him, we got like, it's like telekinesis when we in the studio for real. Like we be locked in. He already know. Like I'm not really like one of those people that know the whole game as far as like, oh, this note here, key, all that stuff. But I'd be like, hey, Mark, can you do this, and this? And it won't be in musical terms, but he'll already know what I'm talking about and fix it up. So Room 329, like that was like that whole experience had a whole group of people out there. We had the whole film session. It was crazy. It was
facts, man. It would be like the middle of the night, man. I'd probably like if I could, I'd take a 15, 20-minute nap.
I think you had an allergic reaction too.
I had an allergic reaction. I went out there, I couldn't see, like literally. When I got there, it's like a 5-hour drive. So I got there, I couldn't see. So I had to have my mans, like, I was taking, I think, Benadryl, and then I had my mans record, and then I listen to the recording while I can, but like my eyes were so itchy that I couldn't keep them open. It was just the craziest shit. I don't know why it was like that. I don't know what they got in the water or air out there.
And Joliet, I think it was Joliet.
Joliet. I mean, that's like, I think it's like 30 minutes outside of Chicago. I don't know what's going on out there, but shit, man, we got that pulled off. But it was amazing seeing you work because that was the first time we were actually locked in. And you know what I'm saying? You could do a 4-hour session here, a 5-hour session in the studio, but I would say that was more into 24 hours straight just recording. And if we had to go get some food, we went to go get some food and came right back.
Like, so, and that's what I felt like. That's why I was like, yeah, this is the life I really like. Cause I ain't never been super dedicated to something that I like sacrifice 2 days worth of sleep and knowing that I got to go work. You know what I'm saying? If people know you work at Amazon, like, and I worked in the fulfillment center.
Oh shit.
That's like, as a manager, that's like a 13-hour shift right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I knew, like, they left. I had just, like, I didn't even go to sleep that night. I had to go and work 13 hours.
But just like with the music we were doing then, too, it wasn't like we were all getting along and everybody was happy with each other the whole time. It's like, it was disagreements, you know what I'm saying?
Hella disagreements.
It was stressful in that point, too.
Like it was, so Wanna Party on that tape, like, literally, that was gonna be a whole different song. The second part of that verse was gonna be the whole song. It was gonna be I'm upset and like delivery in that song, which would have been like not the best ordeal. And Mark in his very brief, polite way was trying to tell me that ain't it, fam. So, when you hear that as an artist, sometimes you be like, man, what the fuck? What are you talking about? I know how to do this rap. But yeah, sometimes you just got to be like, but let's take a step back. Like, as an artist, that's number one thing. Like, you got to be able to take feedback. Because if somebody telling you this ain't it, like, it's a difference between hating and good feedback. If somebody telling you this ain't it probably ain't it. And I wouldn't say, oh, take everybody word as bond, because everybody got different tastes and everything. But if somebody's saying that, then that should open your eye at least to be like, oh, let me see, let me get some other opinions. Let me think. All right. If somebody's saying this ain't it, let me make sure it ain't it. Because sometimes you could just like something and you like it and it sound like the way you thought it sounded in your head, but in real life is trash. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the gems where it was like, oh, all right, bet. All right.
So you would say to all artists, like, take feedback from your people.
Yeah, for sure. If you take feedback, I mean, you ain't gotta take it as gold, but consider it and understand that, like, all right, somebody said this. All right, let me at least like open my eyes to what they possibly seeing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it's just them, sometimes some people like they just don't got the same music taste as you, and that's perfectly fine. You can acknowledge that, but like, okay, cool. Like I respect your opinion, but I'm still gonna go with it, right? But if somebody's saying like, yo, this ain't it. And it's like somebody if you locked in with them, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been doing hella songs together. At this point, you kind of like, all right, let me see. Let me think. All right, let me see what other people think. Let me do this. You know what I'm saying? That's at least what I would do. But that was Room 329.
Okay.
And then after that, I went into this like 2-year like experimental journey, like for real. Like, and Mark tell, like I went into like, so like that's why you hear White Birkin and Enemies are like completely different than what I do now.
And I remember that time period because like from super quitting for artists out there to perform, when you go from performing a fast song, you used to that type of energy, and then you in the studio and you create a slower song, it kind of is like a whole order because it has to translate to how you perform as well.
Type
so
shit.
Like when somebody sees you used to performing energized songs and used to that type of energy. When you go outside of that, it's a whole new world, I feel like. So can you even talk about that? Like, how did you even... Because I remember, like, performing White Birkin, it's a good song,
It's a good song, but it's... Bro, listen, let me tell you something. So, just so y'all know, I can't sing for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it there. Like, I know how to sing when there's tune, like auto-tune, you know what I'm saying, and pitch correction. But outside of that, you know, unless you got a good pitch correction mic or auto-tune mic, you out there with the motherfucking wolves out there, and these niggas looking at you like, what is this nigga doing? This nigga cannot sing. What is he performing up there? And then I'm going up there like dressed up like a rapper, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm up here. It's Corey up there. It's a bunch of niggas who like got some niggas up there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't playing, and I'm. Freeze me singing a love song, like, but you know what I'm saying, and that's what it really was too. It's just like, bro, that wasn't my stilo. Like, I can write songs like that. I feel like I'm a good songwriter, so I can write songs for the people like that. But me doing them, nah.
You feel like you ever get back to that mode or to that type of
I think that I feel like music for me is very whimsical. Like it's not like, oh, this is my vibe and I've been sticking to it. It's like I go through my waves of what I feel. I only record what I feel is like me in the moment. And I feel like at that time that was me. You know what I'm saying? Like White Birkin was me. You know what I'm saying? Like Enemies was me. Like that was my vibe. I had this wanting to be like, not wanting to be like, but like wanting to express that like it's okay. At that time I'm expressing like it's okay for like not to always be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And go after. It's okay to go after something. It's okay to acknowledge that sometimes girls win in the situation too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that was my thing. But then I was like, once I got out of that real quick and started realizing the cost benefit analysis on me performing those songs, I was like, okay, I gotta do what works. Yeah. And like I always been a great rapper, so got in my bag for Q the Boy show, the Q the Boy
For
show.
sure, man. Yeah.
And that one
I was
was
proud of that for sure. Proud of that project.
that one literally, like, what people don't understand is I was spending so much time, effort, and definitely pape on that tape, because that Stuck is on there. So Stuck, that's like that's my biggest song right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So how's it
numbers-wise.
when you get a chance to perform Stuck? How does that feel?
Oh, Stuck is probably my easiest song to perform because it's a vibe. Like, it's like everybody who, like, when I perform it, they bounce to it, and it's all about like bouncing. Like, music is, I think, half what you say and half how it makes you feel. You know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like using your brain and your heart. Is like, brain and heart is the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the natural inclination to like the music, and then you actually interpreting what the music is. Like, and I feel like with Stuck, without any lyrics, it just had that bounce to it. Like, you just naturally like that. You know what I'm saying? So I had Stuck, and I just literally I created that driving home. I'm like, I just hit a and I wanted to make it to where it was more the natural feels. Like, I was all the sounds.
I think I
and
remember
stuff too.
the studio session too.
Yeah,
man.
you was there.
It was a whole vibe, just like watching, even with the ad libs and everything. You trying something creative with that, man.
Yeah, bro. I was literally just like, all right, I just want to make this. How can I make it? Because I wanted to. Because now in my songs, I try to at least do a 50-50 split of like how I deliver it to be like naturally comfortable for people's ears, and then also like having some shit to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, or having bars or something like that. Like, but in that song, I wanted it to be 75% feel and like 25% like what I'm saying. But what if I'm going, that 25% gonna be impactful? Like I just fucked this bitch from the 6, not Toronto, Cleveland. Like, I wanted it to be just like silly like that. Like, what I say? White girls in this room with white girls in their nose. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just certain stares, like certain stuff like that where you just like, all right. But yeah, so I created that, and then we locked in. It was crazy because we locked in on multiple different occasions for Q the Boy show. Because I was out in Salt Lake City, like grinding. You know what I'm saying? And I would hit the studio, pay for the studio session there, and then send it to my boy Mark to do like the final master and all the stuff, the way like to tailor it to make everything all sound the same. Because I recorded multiple songs all over the place, but I had like that tape was gonna be like 20 songs long, but I cut it down obviously because I didn't want to exhaust people.
That kind of like brought up a memory too, because you know what I'm saying, from the first project to how you put everything together, right?
Right.
I feel like the Q the Boy show was so much different because how you approached it, and then when it was time to narrow down the songs, I feel like you took an approach that was a little bit different.
Right.
Not to say you got more people involved, but you were kind of knew what you wanted everybody to do,
right?
And then how you wanted the rollout to be, how you got everybody together to even listen to it. So how can you speak about the difference between that and the growth that you had just doing it that way?
Yeah, I say between Room 329, the difference between Room 329 and Q the Boy show was 329 was rushed. Like I feel like it was great. Like I listened to it the other day. I wouldn't say, oh my God, it's the best album ever. But I will say that Room 329 was great, but it was rushed. It's a lot of stuff. Even I listen to Wave, and I'd be like, dang, man, if I would have took my time on that, you know what I'm saying? That would have been something that would have been crazy. All this, like the vibe, everything. But I feel like with Q the Boy show, I was way more polished. Like from a rollout standpoint, like Room 329, I just said, hey, I'm dropping it on this day, and I did like a little party, and that was it. There was no other promo besides that, you know what I'm saying? But this one, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have all these posts here. Kurt got Crowd Free going crazy right now. Let me make sure we do a partnership with this. I gave Kurt some bread. I'm like, bro, listen, I need to promote this as much as possible. And I had video shoots lined up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I record. I mean, I shoot at least 4 to 5 videos a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really be on that type of time. So like. For me, and that's what the difference is. Like, when you take this shit serious, you gonna sacrifice all for it. You know what I'm saying? Right. You ain't gonna half-ass it. So that's how like Q the Boy show came out. It just came out like, all right, let's do this very polished. And it was great success. I got well over I got over 1 million streams which is not like, oh my God, that's crazy about in the rap game. But like when you independent and you ain't got no engine really behind you like that for real, and you just using it all of your own pay. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's baby steps to this. And like the biggest thing is like putting your money where your mouth is. There's a lot of artists who would rather be crispy than to have to put money into marketing. They'd rather have the new Louis, the Mary Jeans. They'd rather be GG, BB, CC's, and with a whole bunch of VVs. And they post their song one time and put the YouTube link in their bio.
Yeah, that's
that ain't gonna get you nowhere, bro. It's impossible to blow up off of posting to your 400 followers. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's 10,000 followers, that ain't enough.
Say that again for the people, because I feel like you do a great job at promoting yourself and your music. Like every day, it's a new post with your song on a reel, getting plays and streams for yourself.
People the thing is it's levels to it, right? One, you cannot just be one of those people that drop a song and be done with it. Tyler, Creator, just talked about how he dropped his album 2 years ago. He's still promoting it. You know why? Because it does no matter what, it's no benefit to not promote it. You revisit it. So for some people, you revisit it and go, oh, that's actually kind of hard. I didn't even know this song was on there. Oh, I didn't even know this is this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the most important part. You know what I'm saying? Is showing how serious you cannot be a real life artist if you got one video on YouTube, no music on the DSPs. You can't say you're an artist. You somebody who dibble and dabble in it, but you ain't taking it serious. And it's disrespectful to the people who literally, my first mindset is, what am I going to post today? Because I'm posting every day. If not every day, every other day for sure. Yeah. But I'm posting. My mindset is, what am I posting today to help me, you know what I'm saying, get more reach? What is something, what can I do to help me do this? What beat am I about to listen to so I can create my next great big hit? You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. And most importantly, you got to also, all right, this is the amount of money I'm making this month. How much of this is going to my necessities, right? Like bills, car, you know what I'm saying, house, etc. And then what is going to the music? Because that's people who don't make music and they plans. It's impossible, not impossible, because there's some people who get on who Lil Nas X, who got the perfect Cinderella story. You know what I'm saying, of how he got on. But for every one Lil Nas X, it's 1,000 motherfuckers who just put hella bread into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's millions of motherfuckers compared to that one. That's putting bread. It's
even to that point, with Lil Nas X, when that song was taken to the next level, at that point it was marketing dollars. At that, it was somebody. It was somebody investing.
Yeah, it was an engine. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And in order for you to get anything popping, it's gonna take. Somebody's gonna have to have the monies to do something somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Some people show up for the love. Connections is part of it too, right? Because there's some people who ain't gonna have they connected with the right people. They ain't gonna ever have to pay for something like that, right? But in the end, they gotta. Most times when you build those type of relationships, it's because you already done spent the paper.
Right. You still gotta invest in yourself.
You still gotta invest. It's impossible to be an artist. If you can't, you're not a real artist if you put more into clothes than you do your music.
Say that again for the people.
You're not a real artist if you put more into clothes than your own music, bro. You can't be a real artist because it's not really serious for you. You'd rather be dripped out. And I get it, because in this rap shit, you gotta be, if you ain't got no drip, I get that the image of a rapper is important. So I'm not saying don't spend no money. Don't go. I'll be very hypocritical to say that, right? As I'm dressed in gallery right now, right? But in the same breath, you got to be able to you know how they say don't buy it unless you can pay for it twice. As a rapper, you should be thinking, don't buy it unless you can put that same amount of money into ads. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's the biggest key, the biggest takeaway I try to at least talk to artists on when they come in is just the marketing behind it. It's one thing to come
having
in
a good
with
song ain't shit.
The marketing behind it is
you know
everything.
Creating a song is 0.5% of a song, like the process. It's
exactly.
like,
And that's what I'm saying. Like being in the studio, once you get that song done, the real work happens.
yeah,
after,
like
yeah.
like it's the not giving up the aspect too, because you can have a nice wave for the first week, and then niggas be like, damn, all right, buzz going down. Let me go drop another video. Let me do this and this. When really, like, you just getting started. You should be promoting every single that you get. You should be promoting like at least on a like 7 to 12 month run. You know what I'm saying? And you can still drop other
bars,
stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? But you should be still promoting. Like, there's no such thing as an old song when you're upcoming artist, because nobody heard it. You know what I'm saying? Unless
That's
you,
a bar.
you know what I'm saying? Because Drake, you gotta think about like Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you Drake now, he drop a song, it might be all right.
Yeah.
It's old because, you know, it's Drake. You know what I'm saying? But you, nigga, you got 400 views on your YouTube song, nigga. The world ain't seen that yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, people be in their mind thinking that they way bigger than bro. You got 250 views
Stay
on your
humble.
YouTube, on your YouTube video that you've been posting. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not new. I mean, this is not, it's not old to anybody besides those 250 people. And let's be real, you probably like 70 of them. You know, of them views. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like for real.
That's true. That's
Like, so it's never, there's no such thing as an old song, bro. Lizzo, look at Lizzo had that song that she popped off of. She had that song, like, that song came out like 2 years before it went hot. 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you push, if you got a song and you believe in it, bro, and you believe it, even if you dropped it 4 years ago, if it still translates to today, you can still drop that, re-rock that bitch, and it be just as new as it was, unless it's a major hit. Like, I don't think that can like try to re-rock Industry Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Nas X, because it's already a big ass hit. Like, everybody in the world heard it at least once. But if you got 400 views, nigga, that song new as hell. For real. New as fuck.
So like you said, like looking at an artist like a business, I feel like you're at the point now where like you just need to scale up to become like, what's your goal for yourself to like take you to the next level? Like, what's the next level look like?
Next level, here's what I am picture the next level looks like. Like, because I think that I had a conversation with my brother, right? Just to give you background. Like, my brother Kurt. Like, Kurt Lamar, you know what I'm saying? He owner, I'm a co-owner, Crowd Freak, because, I own a small percentage. But nevertheless, like, the owner Crowd Freak, Kurt Lamar. I'm like, yo, I want to be on next year. Immediately was like, bro, like, that's too much pressure. Like, he's like, we got to start low. You got to start slower and steady, because people don't just get on like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to build your foundation brick by brick, right? And that's how you got to look at it as an artist. You can't be thinking, all right, yeah, I'm about to be just $1 million offers and I'm about to make $5 million next year. Like, no, you can't think like that. You got to start small. You got to be like, all right, let me build the right connections. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the next step for me is building the right connections and being able to show how profitable I can be as an artist to give myself more leverage in these conversations.
So break that down for the people.
So, like, right now as an artist, like, I'm not at a point where I can, like, have leverage in the conversation. So even if they did have a offer on the table for me right now, and this is for any artist, unless you have leverage, meaning you have a fan base that are like an NBA young boy type of fan base where they willing to die for you and they gonna download your shit regardless, or you know what I'm saying, and you have that, you have the image, you have everything in place already, like, you gonna get, like, that offer at the table gonna be a 360 deal and you getting like 12%. You know what I'm saying?
If they're nice.
Yeah, if they're nice, you know what I'm saying? So, like, with that, what my goal is to be able to be in a position where I can say, all right, they offering me this, but, like, I can do this myself. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm in a good position where I can be more able, like, be able to negotiate. All right, let's do this, and this would be smooth. Like, I feel like being in that position will help me out because I'm not gonna be trapped in something that I didn't negotiate. You know, so you get what you negotiate. So that's what my next step would be with, and what every artist should try to work for is work for leverage. If you work for leverage, everything else figure yourself out. You're gonna be able to have enough money off of music to hire the right lawyers to get stuff done, and once you get the stuff done, like it's gonna be in favorable terms for what you want to do. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people be in those positions and they don't understand their leverage, so they go to a label and they get the label lawyer. You know what I'm saying? They gonna just sign whatever, and then next thing you know, they too like, yo, F Columbia Records because of X Y. Well, like, nah, you got what you negotiate for. You know what I'm saying? Like
You get what you negotiate.
Yeah,
you know
for real.
Yeah.
Like I was just watching something with Brian. He was just talking about like that plan. Like music is kind of like when you first get that first deal. It's kind of like your rookie contract. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, it's people in the world, like people in the NBA making 60 million a year. But when they was rookies, they was making like 2 million. You know what I'm saying? Like making that men. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to kind of understand, like, all right, you got to know, you get what you negotiate, you got to put the time into it.
Yeah, so if you, and for anybody, if you're trying to do music for 1 year, 2 years, it's probably not for you, because at that point, it's like you said, it's just like going to the NBA. When you want to make those millions, you don't make that your first year, your second year.
Yeah.
You might make that your third year, and that might be your second project.
You might.
Third project,
It's
fourth.
people. Think about it like this. Like, look at the whole Team East side. Like, them niggas is up.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
They've been doing this shit since like 2010, like 2011. You know, at least to what I've seen, like 2011, 2012.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And it's paying dividends, but it's a lot of hard work, and they have to build their foundation brick by brick. You gotta understand that sometimes you just gotta.
In one summer.
It don't happen in one summer. Like, and if it do, let me tell you something right now. And this is why I feel like, so Super Quentin, I always thought like, oh, if I had the right money, everything I would have put into it, I would be home by now, everything be good. No, because I wasn't polished. If I would have got on and not been polished, I would have been finished records. It's so many artists who got on way too fast, and they didn't get polished enough.
They wash out.
And they wash out. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the luck of the draw. Sometimes the luck of the draw is in your hands, right? But it's like, if you polish.
See, one-hit wonders.
Yeah, and it became one-hit wonders, or they didn't really know what their lane was, and they discovered themselves.
Didn't know the business.
And a lot of times, like, the business be part of it, but sometimes people just don't know what their lane really, really is. You know what I'm saying? And they just got on before they discovered. Like, if I would have got on off White Birkin or fucking Enemies, I would have had to been awkwardly performing those songs my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in addition to that, I would have had to make more songs that I would have to awkwardly perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been a whole different game. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about being polished. Like, I feel like I look up to like all the Team East Side people, because it's like, they like got
some of your influences.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, like Face, obviously, like Peasy, all of them. Like, I feel like it's not even like a music thing. It's just they built it brick by brick. They didn't have to like. It wasn't like short, and that's what the music is all about. People who last build their shit brick by brick. Drake build it brick by brick. He has an empire. You know what I'm saying?
Brick by brick, you talking about building up that fan base.
Yeah, like fan base and just it's everything. It's
like doing
fan base,
doing the work,
image.
Not skipping the steps.
Yeah, not like you can't. If you take shortcuts to anything, you gonna get a shortcut ass return. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shortcuts to on the road to greatness. You gotta go through all the struggles. All of your mans did you dirty. All of the, you know what I'm saying? The they played you on this. You got scammed out of this. All of the whole like, yeah, I bought this, but this ain't work out, or somebody sold me this, but it ain't really work out the way it panned out the way. Like, you got to go through all those hoops. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, all right, I know now. Like, oh, like, now I remember in the beginning, like, for example, when somebody be like, oh yeah, post, like, tag an artist who would want to work with me, like one of those big blue verified check people, right? Yeah. And I get as many people as possible to put my name in it. And then just to find out, they really just like trying to get me to pay for some promo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. That's a marketing tactic. But like, I learned after that last message, I like, all right, bet. Don't tag me in that shit no more. Like,
when you young, excuse me, when you young and stuff like that, right? It's not even like that's a bad thing, but you spend so much time investing in that like, oh, maybe I should message them back, right? And you might end up spending 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes that day, an hour. That is time you don't get back. You spend it on something that might not even be that much. It's not even worth it.
It's not a return on investment.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That everything I feel like should be always thinking about like cost benefit analysis and what you're gonna get a return on what you put your time into type shit. I don't know.
You said something interesting about Team Eastside. Like when you think of Team Eastside, you think of not just one member, not just two. You think about a team of
the
people
whole
working
group
together.
of people. And this is what like I feel like what we trying to build at Crowd Freak. You know what I'm saying? Is similar to that. Like where we all are like building that brick by brick pathway of like a different type of next like level artist, you know what I'm saying? That's what we doing. And like all the connections that we make too, you know what I'm saying? Like me and Mark, we lock in, you know what I'm saying? Like crazy. And once I'm on, like we already know.
I feel like the relationship goes beyond the music too. Yeah. We kind of met before the music.
I've been knowing Mark since I was 14 years old. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? We was at Cranbrook. You know what I'm saying? Like Cranbrook, like we wasn't no like private school going as much. It was a summer program, but
that summer program was lit.
It was lit. It was lit, man. What? Man, what?
But like you said, that's kind of like the goal, like kind of with the podcast too. It's just trying to like, it's easy to say you want to link up with somebody and work together with them, but like that work ethic always isn't there.
People work ethic is, and that's the thing that kind of like stresses me out the most about like music and
oh, damn. I mean, it's good. It's a good
conversation.
I'll say this. I'll say like the thing that I would say in regards to working with people is people play a lot, which I hate. Like I hate when people be like, "Yo, we should work on something," and then when I follow up, because like I'm the type person that's gonna follow up. Like, yo, when you trying to I'm in the city, this and this, and then it's crickets. I hate that so much. And I'm not calling anybody out. I hope they don't take that offensive. But like,
especially if you don't really have like that relationship with them outside of stuff.
Like if I got a relationship with you, it's different. Like, all right, I understand. Like I'm gonna always see you around type of shit. So it's cool. Like I'm probably just you gonna have a session one day. I'm just gonna ramsack your session and go in and record. Yeah. But like, if you like, yo, I'm trying to get you on a song, blah blah, and then I be like, yeah, send that link over, send this over. And then it's like crickets, or I ain't really got nothing. Like, all right, then what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like now you just playing with my time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm literally, especially I live out the way. Like I'm out the way from the city. So like when I come to the city, it's be like I'm on business. You know what I'm saying? So it's so it definitely be on some like different type of time. Like when people do that, it's just irritating. Like if you an artist, don't play around with people time. You gonna learn that too.
It's just like be intentional with what you say and what you do.
Because if you're not intentional with this artist stuff, like people gonna read through that and never work with you again. You know what I'm saying? Like those are bad habits of an artist. As an artist right now, you want to get all those bad habits out. Not showing up to studio sessions when you say you were, get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because if Dr. Dre say that, you know what I'm saying, and you don't show up on time, nigga, or Metro, any of them say, yo, like we here. And you don't show up to that, or if Rihanna got a session and you don't show up to that, you think they're gonna be like, oh, you know what, I got you on the flip side. No, it's over with. That's it. It's done. What Ye say? Go find God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's like that. Yeah, dog. Like, think about that. Engineer, like a producer engineer, I forgot who it was, woke up late for and this is Kanye West, the by far the most monumental artist of all time.
I don't know if I would even have slept the night before.
Man, I would have booked the studio session before, like and just slept there. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not missing that crazy. So, like, I mean, I get people who have stuff to come up, but at the same time, like, you gotta get rid of those bad habits ASAP because it could cost you an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, that's damn near like, and I'm not gonna say like I can't say that. That's game 7. That's game 7. The shot about to go in. If you working on a Kanye project, I don't know what the engineer circumstances were, right? But you know, just in general, if it's game 7 and the artist or a big artist, any artist calls you in, and they're down to spend money, spend their time, you got to show up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and but the thing is, it don't the way you break that habit, and this probably is like something the artist should listen to, like the way you break habits like that, things from even occurring, is just practicing now. Be on time for your studio sessions.
Right.
Mark probably like, nigga, you don't even be on time. I be trying to be. I be punctual.
No, it's a
like,
thing. It's certain courtesy things to that. So like, just real quick, sometimes when people don't show up, we done enough business. I know you as a person. It's like, man, that one little thing, it don't really matter. But for people that I don't have a relationship with, if you don't show up to the session, it's like, I don't know you like that. I don't have any relationship. I won't ever see you again. So it's more so.
Like, yeah, and they ain't gonna look out no more. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do good business, right? If you do good business with somebody, let's say, all right, you ask, like, for example, I don't go to and DM people asking about prices unless I know I already got the money to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know something that pissed some people off who influenced everybody. We know it pissed them off a lot when somebody DM them and be like, yo, how much you charge for promos? And they be like, they say they price, and then it's crickets. Because now they just wasted their time, and now they just, they made you go from their message requests to their messages. So anything you send them now, they probably don't get the notification unless they move you to general. You know what I'm saying? Like all that different stuff just off of you not going through with it. You know what I'm saying? And you never know. With some people, business is always personal. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I feel like that is it's a flip 22 of like the business is always personal, because at the same time, like when you run into business, you got to learn not to put your emotion into it. But damn near when somebody does something like that, just like for, like you said, return on investment, I know that anything this person say is possibly not going to happen. So I'd rather invest. So you kind of have to be like, it's personal. You know what I'm saying?
Business is always people try to say, oh no, it's nothing personal with business. No, business is personal because business is what's paying for your family stuff. That's personal.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? So like business is always personal because it's all like, especially in this rap shit, because it's mouths that you gotta feed.
Right.
Like not even just from like a art like your standpoint. Like studio time ain't free. You know what I'm saying? Video shoots ain't free. Video vixens ain't free. You know what I'm saying? Like promotion ain't free.
If you want good work, it has to damn near be paid work.
Yeah, you gotta, and that's the biggest thing too. So it's kind of like you just gotta know that like with business not being personal, with business being personal, I should say, you gotta know that when you don't move right, people judge your character on that. Mm-hmm. It's like if I'm a artist and I'm trying to book a time with the engineer to be in the studio, every single time I'm either late or not showing up, they gonna think that you're not reliable. So when they got an opportunity on the floor, you think they gonna call the person that's not reliable? No. They're gonna call the person that's reliable. You know what I'm saying? Your character comes out. That's why I say business is personal. Like, cause your character come out of it. Even if you do if you are someone who takes everything serious, but when it comes up to studio sessions and you don't take that serious, like there is that your character is saying this ain't really your passion for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We gonna figure out something because like I said, like it's too much talent, it's too much connections, it's too much potential money to be going around for us not to be collaborating, not to be working together on an ongoing basis. So we gonna figure out a way to be working with artists, especially whether it's something, whatever, anything, just to help get the whole city to the next level. Because I feel like Detroit's up next.
Detroit's up now. Yeah, let's just be. Oh shit, I keep on here kicking this mic.
As far as like L.A., Texas, Atlanta, Louisiana,
I mean,
New York.
you gotta think about it. Detroit is hot right now. Like, every artist. Here's the thing, because it's not even like from a. Every artist outside of Detroit when they come to Detroit, they want to be around the Detroit people.
And other than like New York, it's pretty much no place that I can really think of that an artist want to go and it's cold. You feel me?
Yeah.
All those other places you name it, it's warm all year round, right? Facts. So for Detroit to be like that, and a lot of artists coming through, like we get cold as hell, even like Chicago or something like that. So it's always good to see that artists want to be here, even though we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Detroit is just its own entity. It's like we speak our own language. You know what I'm saying? Our people just move way different than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's good to see that like the right people put the city on in the right light, and now everything is coming full circle for the city. Like I feel like as an artist in Detroit, the main thing is how do I take advantage of this? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the biggest thing because a lot of people come in and they they don't know how to take advantage of it because
It's hard to. It's hard to unless you got paid. Eh? Like. Here's the thing. Like the thing is this: your connections in the city. The more good connections you had, the more likely it's something monetarily came out for. Because the higher you go in the podium of anything you do, it's a what's in it for me type of lifestyle. When you're on the same level, it's kind of like, all right, like we can like let's try to collaborate and then like. But once you start getting up to those higher levels, it's kind of like, all right, what you putting in my pockets for me to do this?
Mm-hmm.
What's the like?
That brings back,
you know what I'm saying? And I was just watching something on with DJ BJ. He was talking about how he was doing just stuff out of the love, you know what I'm saying? And some of the people wasn't giving the love back. So now he had to change his whole. And I was just like, and that's how I really go. Like once you move up, the more higher up you go in the total point is what have you done for me? And even then it's a what have you done for me lately game. You know what I'm saying too? Like it's always a what have you done for me lately? That's like even in your love life too. Like you can do a million things for a girl, but as soon as they get mad at you, it's what have you done for me lately? Or you're like.
We gonna figure out something to do. Like I feel like that's a conversation we have all the time. It's just like how can we bring more money together? Like how can we like work together to make money? Like there's an infinite number of ways, but the ways that go most consistently with what we want to do is there's a lot of ways to make money on the internet.
And a lot of times people don't understand what people don't be scared of is hard work. Like trial and error should be your life, especially in this entrepreneurship. Like rap, people don't like trying to say rap is entrepreneurial, but it's entrepreneurial. Like in general, you got to trial error. Me and Mark was just talking about this. Like it's a lot of trial. Like if you don't try shit, it won't. Like if y'all didn't try this podcast, it would have been the idea that y'all thought about and had to plan out. You know what I'm saying? And you could have planned it out to the T, but instead you was like, all right, look, this we're going to talk about, boom, and just up and did it. Sometimes you just got to jump head first and hope that you landing in water and not the pavement. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do want you to kind of expand on a little bit, like, you get into some music influences. You feel me?
Yeah.
We're naming a lot of Detroit artists. You know, and you know what I'm saying, your style of music, what got you into the point you are like just listening to what artists got you to the mode to write how you want to write, or what's the mindset, you know what I'm saying? Music influences.
I think obviously like my biggest influence, I would say Babyface Ray, V's, those are two artists that I like. I think reason why I like their the way they do their music is I feel like when me coming up, if you ever heard Super Quentin, like I was trying because my voice is weird. I got a weird like lighter voice, and it's like I can't. It's not like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like light. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, if you hear Super Quentin, I'm like Super Quentin fragilistic. That's me yelling. Like literally, that's how I said it, right? But I feel like with them, I feel like now what they taught me from listening to their music is like I could just be talking, you know what I'm saying? I can like my voice, like how I sound now is how I sound when I rap. Like it's not me like, you know what I'm saying? It's not all that. It's like you know what I'm saying? It's very very you know natural. You know what I'm saying? How I make it out, I got survivors for more. Like literally, like that's how I sound in real life. Like bad little bitch, she gonna fuck me today. Like literally, that's how I just said it there, and that was like conversational, and that's what I feel like their influences is like. To be conversational in your rap, because I'm a conversationalist, and I wanted my music to be more of a conversation where, and it fluctuates in the conversation where I'm saying some real shit, and I'm saying some shit to be funny, or I'm saying some witty ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of shit you do in a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where my music influences come from. Like obviously early on, it was like I just want to have the most bars in the song, so niggas just go like this all day. but after a while I realized like beating people ass with punchlines all day gets exhausting. Like Super Quentin was 3 minutes and 28 seconds of just bars, just beating somebody ass for 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Like it's a long ass time. People, most songs now is 1 minute and 40 seconds. 3 minutes and 20 seconds of beating somebody ass was just punchline after punchline. Every line is a fucking bar damn near. Like I had to move away from that. But I mean, you learn as you do. You know what I'm saying? Learn by doing type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You know, we've been doing this like an hour or something, man. It's been a great
we like to
content.
bring you back for part 2, bro.
Yeah,
because,
bro. I'm always down for a part 2, man.
this wasn't long enough. Because, like you said, like with somebody who's actually out here promoting himself, grinding,
Right.
doing shows, doing mixtapes, doing albums, like. You know, it's always good to have somebody who's out in the field, like
Yeah,
give that good
to me,
perspective.
it's the equivalent of like, you know what I'm saying? Say you're talking to somebody, you want some I don't know, basketball help, right?
Right.
You're talking to somebody that's actively training, actively in those scrimmages, playing in the games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to see and hear from you and get some type of knowledge or just what's going on in your world, man.
Type
So
shit.
you coming
I
out,
appreciate
man.
y'all for having me, man. You know, I'm always down for a kind. I just like to talk shit all day, so you already know this my right up my stilo. You know what I'm
So,
talking
man,
about?
tell the people where they can find you, you know what I'm saying, your social media handles.
Yeah. So my social media, all social media platforms, Q the boy, QUETHEBOY. You know what I'm saying? Y, not I. Like ain't no. It's just Q the boy, literally.
So, man,
Yeah.
you got anything coming out? Any more projects?
I have, coming soon. I don't have a specific date, but the good guy EP, you know what I'm saying, that's coming soon. Me and Mark been working tirelessly on that too as well. So we literally just cooked some shit up yesterday, man.
facts,
For
yeah.
real, like so.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna be out on that. Other than that, I'm always working. So you always gonna see something coming from me. So
All right, man. Shit, I
Sure.
guess it's a wrap, man. You heard it first.
Absolutely. Well, once again, thank you for tuning in to the 32 Sound Podcast. Q the boy, Mark Clayton, every dial. Till next time.
Yeah.
Part 2 coming soon. Till next time.